Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today I am matching my hat and my shirt. So these are both from the Chicago Public Library's adult reading summer program. So I probably mixed a few words in there, but it's a summer reading program for adults. And so I participated, and when I went to get my prize, which was this hat, they didn't have them. So they offered me this shirt, which I think runs super small because this is like an extra large, and it's even like a little tight. Like it's just like is this like youth sizes? But anyway, that's beyond the point. So I got this really cool shirt, and then they told me to go the next day because like the head librarian was going to be there, and she probably knew where the hats were located. So I did go and I got my little hat. So I'm super happy. It's super adorable. I love summer reading programs. When I was younger, I used to go to the ones geared for kids, and it was just so fun to get all the little prizes. Of course, I it's all I guess like based on trust. Like they trust you to actually be reading the books, and of course I would always do that. But like when I was little, we get like little like keychains, pencils, crayons, just fun little stuff. So anyway, this year, I think this was the first time they did one for adults here in Chicago. So I was like, I need to jump on that, and then I'll have my little hat. But anyway, the point of this video is that I got a little something in the mail, um, and this is a package from Sean over at Artisan Ink Pens. He, like I told you guys, all of a sudden he had a sale. And I only realized because I had been going to his website pretty frequently, not to like hope, not to like not because I was hoping that there would be a sale, but because I wanted to see what he was putting on there. There are sometimes when like small makers put pens on their social media, but they're not added to the website until like days later because like there is that extra process, right? Like once you've made a pen, you have to photograph it and you have to type up all the descriptions and whatever and then put it on the website, which takes a little bit of time. So anyway, I was just like exploring, seeing what all the pens that he had on there, and there were two pens that I was like, oh, I really need these pens. But I, of course, I have the San Francisco Pen Show coming up, and I have also the Orlando Pen Show coming up, and I know I want a few things from the San Francisco Pen Show. So I was like, I can't spend any money because that's my budget for San Francisco. Although I haven't really set one, so it'll be what it will be. But again, because I was just visiting the website, all of a sudden I saw that there was a sale happening, and I was like, oh. So I quickly looked at the two pens that I wanted. Thankfully, they were still there, and the discount was pretty nice. So I was like, immediate checkout. So as soon as I purchased my pens, then I was kind enough to let everybody else know about the sale because, of course, you have to secure your own pens and then let everybody else know. You can't let them win your pens. So, anyway, that's the package that I got. Um, so, let's turn you around so we can look at the pens. Okay, friends, here we are. And of course, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit so we can look at the pens a little bit better. Now, I can't remember which is which, so we'll just start with. Let me make sure I have my little. Oh, okay. This is a beauty right here, friends. Both of them are, honestly, but when I first saw this pen on the website, I was like, I definitely do not have anything like it in my collection, which I was surprised. The only thing that I have is probably an SD, like in that, what is that color? It's the violet, maybe, like, and then maybe also like Pelican M600 in like the purple, but like something like this I just do not have in my collection. And I'm trying to remember if this was like an in-house pour. I'll have to ask Sean, and I'll confirm it in the description if it is or not, because I can't recall. Think I don't remember if the description on the website said, because he does make some of his own material, so it could be. But here it is. I asked him to do medium nibs, and these have the little Jovo bear design, and of course these come with their own um, converter. So super cute. I was so happy with this pen. I think I will ink it up with something in the yellow color. Just, I don't know, something yellow would look really pretty. So that was that. The original price for that was 150, and then I had a discount. I think 20% discount was the sale. And on the website, this was called the Orchid Flame. This is super cool. Okay, so that's that. Any ideas of what colors to ink it up? Let me know in the comments, friends. The second pen, this is super cool. Um, look at this. Let me put the box away. So this one on the website is called Picasso Crazy Fiber Bespoke Pen. And I think this is almost similar to the other one that I got from um, Analog Pens. I think that was also Crazy Fiber. But I think that is the same like micarta material, if I'm not mistaken. This definitely has a different sort of texture to it. Like this feels a little bit more matte in some sense, and this one just is a little smoother. Um, it's not a bad thing. It's just how I'm like experiencing the material, right? So this is pretty cool. I had been eyeing both of these pens on his website. I was like, I knew I wanted one of each. Um, just because again, I also do not have anything like this, like something like this in my collection. Haven't seen it. Almost like from far away, it reminds me of wood. Um, this one is a little bit tighter on the twist, but it could also be because of the material. But that's okay. That just means like my ink is not gonna dry up, right? Again with the nice little Jovo nib in a medium. Thankfully, like these are Jovos, or these are easily swappable. So if like if at the pen show I find like a cool Jovo design from like Kirk, who has a lot of designs engraved on his nibs, then I can just easily swap it out. So that's why I love Jovo nibs. And so this one also has its converter. Now this one I haven't really thought of what to ink it up with. There's of course a lot of red, a lot of blue, a lot of purple. Um, but I don't know. I just I just knew I wanted it in my collection, but I didn't think of beyond that. So this one on the website, if you're looking for something like this on Sean's website, you will find it for around $185 or so. And again, I had a discount on top of that, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, these are my two new pens. So now I have five pens by Sean. I think so. Super cool. So anyway, friends, let me know what your ideas are for inks. I'll check them out, and eventually I do want to ink these up like pretty soon. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you again later. Bye bye.